last two problems here, we're going to draw the nets for these again. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 surfaces here. So I'm going to have my big surface here. And I'm just going to maybe move this a little bit out of the way over here. Okay, I'm going to have the front of the trapezoid here. Okay, that's going to be a little bit longer than, it's in front of my trapezoid. Okay, so I'm going to have my side trapezoid here like that. Those are my side trapezoids. Okay, I'm going to have the top. I'm going to attach the top here, and then I'm going to have the back attached to here. Okay, so all those edges should match up. I've got my 6 surfaces. I just need to calculate the areas of each of those surfaces now. The bottom is 8 by 12, so 96. The back is 6 by 12. This edge here we don't know, this length here, so we're going to have to calculate that. So I'm just going to do the ones I know so far. So that's going to be 5 by 12. The top is going to be 5 by 12. That's 60. The side surface here, well, we can do it this way. We can do 6 by 5 is 30. And this little triangle here, okay, it's going to be 3 by 6. Well, 3 times 6 divided by 2 is 9. So we can say that each one of these surfaces is 39 units squared. The last piece here is actually calculating this length of the triangle. Okay, we know that this is going to be 3, 8 minus 5. We know this is 6. This length here is a hypotenuse, so it's going to be 36 plus 9, or square root 45. So square root 45 is going to be this length here. Okay, so this area in here is going to be 12 times square root 45. It's going to be 12 root 45. I'm going to leave it in its root form. You can calculate the decimal if you like, but we can keep it in its root form and just add it all up. So I'm going to end up with 72, 39, 39, 96, and 60. And this adds up to 26. So I get 9, 12, 15, 24, 30. So I'm getting 306. Okay, so that's going to be 306 plus 12 root 45 units squared. Okay, and if you want to work out the decimal value, you can just type that into your calculator. The last one here is this little house shape. So we need to make sure we have, again, all the surfaces. I got around the outside, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surfaces. Front and back is 7. Okay, they're all pretty nice surfaces. They're rectangular surfaces. Okay, so I've got my rectangular surfaces. Now I'm going to break up this front surface into a triangle and a rectangle, just to make it easier for calculation. You can do it as one if you like, but I'm going to do it as 2. I'm also going to have my roof pieces here, my 2 rectangles that make up my roof. I've got all 7 surfaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Front, back makes 7. So I'm going to then calculate what I know. The bottom is going to be 5 by 8. The side surface here is 5 by 6, so these are 30 and 30. The roof, I still have to calculate the roof here. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to worry about the front, which is 48, plus the little triangle up top is going to be 4 times 8 divided by 2. And it's going to be the same here and here. The last step then is, I know that this triangle here, it doesn't look proportional, but it's a 4 high, 4 wide triangle. So 16 plus 16 gives me square root 32. So this edge here is square root 32. Okay. Again, you can work out the decimal value if you like, but I encourage you guys to start using these exact values. This edge here was 5, so this is going to be 5 root 32. 5 root 32. Add up all those parts. Okay, so I'm going to end up with 30, 30, 40, 48, 48, 16, 16. Okay, so I've got all those surfaces plus my 2 root surfaces here. Going to add that up. So that's going to be 128, 168, 198. Looks like 228. So it's going to be 228 is the whole parts, and then 5 plus 5 root 32 is 10 root 32. Okay, so this is going to be units squared. Okay, so again, if you wanted the decimal value for that, you can just plug that right into your calculator.